Whoa, what's up? Back again. How are we doing?
Getting a deal on the phone just right now from Gabriel, I guess.
Yep.
So, shout out to our cousin Steve Mospeto. He just called me. He's like, Gabe, I got some information from you, man. I'm doing this, and I want to see if maybe the MoBros would be interested. I'm like, hey, man, we're on a live feed right now, bro. We're freaking, but we'll give him a call back later here in a bit. But thanks a lot, Steve, for thinking about us. Um,
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of stuff we like, man. I think the organic feeding of the machine is great, man. We can just get people to call us, and we got tons of family, we got tons of cousins. You would think we'd buy every house, you know what I mean?
Is it because we're brown, Jeff? Is that why we have cousins? Because we're brown?
I think it's because we had a lot of kids. I don't know how many kids we had. We had a lot though, and I don't even, I don't know, but
I don't know how many kids you have, but I
Yeah.
know I have so many.
yeah, and I don't even know all my brothers. I'll be honest with you. Some of them at the
Damn, dude.
figure like, who is
My
that?
mom and dad does.
Who are? Yeah, I'll be like, who is that? I know him. I think you know him. But
No,
anyway,
man, but getting back to like professionalism and getting back to that's really what separates us. At the end of the day, I mean, whether you're like the gentleman who we met at the beginning of the week, or the one we met on Wednesday, the guy's like, just send me money, I'll send you a piece of paper.
Yeah, dude.
Like, just freaking, I'm gonna, running and gunning. I felt violated myself, dude. I'm like, what the fuck?
yeah,
But even I get a text yesterday from one of my renters, and she's like, my dad is passing away, stage 6 cancer, and I'm like, okay, that's I'm sorry, however, we still got to pay bills. Like, that's still part of our business. I mean,
Yeah.
that's what pays the mortgage. Those are, if you would have called me maybe a week or two ago before the due date, maybe we could have worked something out. But that still needs to be processed. I mean, I'm gonna be as professional and as cool as I possibly can and understanding, but at the same time, we're in business, and that's
Yeah.
my mortgage has to be paid. Everybody else, all the other bills have to get paid too. So
Yeah.
we gotta work together.
Well, Jeff, it's about being fair. That client that just called, he asked me to have guard there 2 hours early. How feasible is that? But I told him, man, I'll do the best I can. And that was a great answer, to him. And he's have to respect that. Yeah. You call.
Yeah, I mean, everybody in the customer service, like, I think, we're really helpful accommodating with people.
Yeah.
Actually, it was funny because I think, I don't know if what is watching, but I took one of the phone calls because the guy had a problem with his helicopter, and the guy was from Chile. Shout out to Omar. I don't know if he's out there, but he was like, yeah, he's like, hey man, can you answer the phone? It was like 9 o'clock at night, he was like, hey man, just answer the phone. You just need a little bit of help. And I'm like, all right, cool. So I answered the phone, gave him kind of what was going on, and he was like, all right, cool, man. He's like, that's awesome, man. I was like, yeah, dude. I was like, I'm here to help, dude. I try to help everybody. Even with I had I moved in a tenant the other day, and it was, I don't know. I don't probably shouldn't talk about it, but it wasn't that great. Like, it's not a great now. I see how. Yeah, every tenant's a risk. So I think we just I got to figure this out. I'll probably talk about it later when it's all said and done. Maybe next week I'll talk about what with it when it's all settled up. But I think I think we're all here to help people. I think we always try to do our best for people and try to be as professional as possible. There is some things about what Gabriel was saying about being a tenant and having a business, because one thing we know is that if you're not making any money, it's not a business. You know what I mean? It's a hobby.
Well, Jeff, we're not a nonprofit organization. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
We don't get funded by the government.
Yep.
We're nice people, but at the same time, we're here to help others and give them the opportunity. Now, the opportunity that they're given is based on variables, and their credit score, how much they make, and you can some people, hey, I want this mansion. It's like, man, just look at your position. That's not feasible at this time. So,
Yeah, exactly.
But unless you're Gary, Gary can talk to anybody into anything.
Yeah.
Gary, aka
Gary Bear is able to communicate
I
very
know
well.
he has a special skill. Like, we all have a special skill
Who
set,
cares?
and Gary's is old lady to like him.
Yeah.
I don't think so either. Alex, you're not like me at all. I think what it is that it's you allow people to say their piece, and then if they respect you, they will allow you to say your piece. And as long as you're not quick to judge or quick to, tell people they're wrong, I think that's what goes a long way. That's how I operate. Maybe I'm learning still. This is all brand new. Everything's brand new to me. So like, every time I do something, it's my first steps. So
Yeah.
When I do talk to somebody, like they were talking about, this lady was talking about getting a house, and I was, I don't know how to talk to people. I just know, certain circumstances you got to be a certain way with people, and I was just like talking to her in a way that she could understand, but also slow enough to where I wasn't trying to, bully her or move too fast or use language that, she didn't understand. I was just trying to connect with her. And that's all I do. I just try to connect with people in general. I try to make sure that we're on the same page, and I try to move slowly and diligently, to get, things across. And I think that's what I can bring to the table. I don't know if that's helpful, but it's definitely something I try to do. I try to talk slowly, and I don't know the same terminologies y'all do. So I use,
I think that's even better, bro. So Gary, I think sometimes as people and anybody who wants to get started in working and building, or even need help with finding houses or buying a house or something like that, and you need our help. I think what helps somebody get started is the fact that you don't know, because once you know too much, you kind of limit yourself because you're like, well, I can't say that messed it up last time. But when it's just coming from the heart, it's easier. People sense that, and it's real.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. It's genuine.
And I think too, like it's great, hear y'all talk. It's beneficial to me because I'm learning. But it's always a different. Like I feel like I need to do a live by myself because everything y'all saying is great. It's great things, but to a lot of people, it's like the way I feel when we have Zoom meetings with y'all. I'm just like, I have no idea. I gotta have to replay this Zoom meeting for myself so I can get back on track. And I think that I have the aspect of like what we're reaching. We're reaching the people that are like me. Like they just want to know, but a lot of it's a little much for them. You know what I mean? So, but in that aspect, you gotta understand people watching, if you're watching or whoever's gonna watch this later on, that gives y'all a reason or cause to call us or ask us or message us about, hey, y'all were talking about this. What does that mean? I get that a lot. Like a lot of my friends are like, hey, so what is it y'all do? Like I watched it on Sunday, but I don't really know what it is y'all do. And I'm like, so I break it down to them the best way I can because that's how that's how I'm able to do it, process it. So I process it to them the same way. You know what I mean? I think that's very helpful. And I think that having me on y'all side as the novice, is beneficial.
Yeah, I think so too, Gary. And it's not that you're a simple man. I'm totally kidding about that. But because Gary's very smart, to be honest with you, smart guy. But I think I always tell people that just like Einstein says, like if you can't explain it to a 5-year-old, you don't understand yourself. And I think a lot of people get away with like trying to do terms and saying like all these different things, but they don't really understand it themselves either.
Yeah.
So it's good to like take a real hard look about what you're talking about to make sure you understand it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like if you're doing some of the stuff, and some of the stuff right now that we're doing, me and Gerard and all of us are doing up in Philly, some of the terms are complicated, and there's a lot of laws involved with them, and there's a lot of paperwork that you have to do, which so some people, like maybe Gabriel, to be honest, Gabriel, like it's simple to him. He understands it very well. He knows exactly what the process is and what the steps are to take. But somebody like maybe me, where even I know a little bit about real estate, like I still kind of get confused. Okay, this is what we're doing. We're doing here. We're putting this, and for myself.
I think that this is like the main reason we do this. We do these things is that so we're always learning. Gabriel's always learning. We're always learning, and it's like when people hear us talk about deals and what we're doing like that and have questions, I think it would behoove them to message us, go to the website, MoBros, or even just give us a call if you know us personally, if you have our number, just give us a call and we'll explain to you. And maybe that might be beneficial to you, in your present situation, or somebody that's going through a situation or needs help that we want people to understand that when you think about a situation involving a house or any kind of real estate or an empty lot or a mobile home, whatever it is, to call us, because we're going to be able to help you out, and we're going to be able to figure out how to help you.
Jeffrey, and going off that real quick, it might be a next subject that we're going to talk about, but foreclosures
for sure.
Yeah, foreclosures. I mean, nobody should. And Gabriel said this, and you said this, Jeff, and Gary said this. Nobody should lose a house without either gaining some type of profit or having a plan or strategy where you gain or you win. There's no way with all the strategies, man. It surprises me how many strategies are out there that can be utilized for certain situations, and especially when you just don't call a realtor for everything. There's lots of ways, and if you don't know, please go to the website MoBros.com. Put your information in. One of the brothers will get back to you, and we can talk about your situation and how you can win and how we'll make sure you win.
So like in closing this, it would be beneficial for everybody if, look, man, if you have questions, even if you just want to know what we're doing, you just want to be like, hey, Gary, I saw you on live, and I was like, what is that guy doing? Just give me a call. I'll tell you exactly what I'm doing, because it's gonna help us, help you, help the person that you're thinking about when you're asking questions. Us, just say, hey, call one of the Mo's, call any of us. Like, we'll be able to guide you through your current situation, or your friend's current situation, or your grandma's current situation, and just give us a call, because we're ready.
Yeah, absolutely, because it's not rocket science. It really isn't. As much as it may seem like all this foreign language and stuff, like, it's just knowing. Like, if I would have known the stuff I knew 17 years ago, it would be a totally different world for me. Mm-hmm. Anyway, and sometimes some people are a little reserved about reaching out to somebody because they're afraid of what they might say or what they might think of it. And we put all that to the side. Everything's confidential. We don't share your information with anybody. All we're doing is trying to help you and try to get your stuff squared away. And at the end of the day, our goal is to help you win.
Yeah.
And that's our goal. Yeah. So
I and talking with Gabriel and like everybody else down there too, I think people are realizing that, and you don't have to be a sophisticated person for any of this. I'll be honest. Like I'm not a sophisticated person. You know what I mean? Like, I think you would look at terms and looking at and talking to people. Nobody has to be really sophisticated. But there's people that will take advantage of people to try to say, okay, well, you don't know this, so I'm going to go ahead and get over on you on this. But we're not like that. Like, we're not in it to do that. You know what I mean? We're just in it to help people out. Like, if somebody comes to me and says, hey, my house is getting foreclosed on, I was like, well, what's the circumstances? Let's talk about it. You know what I mean? I'm not going to tell you like, oh, don't sell it to me, bro. I'll flip it for you or something. I want to understand what the situation. I want to understand what the goals are. I want to understand what I want to do. You know what I mean? And actually, I want to understand what me and Gerard always talk about, and all of us, is what do you need today? What exactly do you need today? You know what I mean? From me, and that we can help you out that way. Because people are, when you're in that situation, you want help like right away, and you need people to tell you that, hey, what do you need today? What would help you today? You know what I mean? To get you past this, and that's what we do. What do we need?
Just give us a call. So just give us a call, and we'll be ready to help you. Gerard's phone's always blowing up. Gabriel's phone's always blowing up. Jeffrey's always on the phone.
I can't get a text. I'll be honest.
Like just give us a call. I'm never on the phone. Y'all should probably just call me. I'm never on the phone. So just give me a call. Go to the website. Go to our Facebook page. Go to anybody's Facebook page. Go to my wife's Facebook page. We're all connected. Go to us. Find us. Look for us. We will help you.
Go ahead, Gerard.
It's hot outside. I'm sweating.
Okay. All right. Yeah. That is a wrap, or what's up? You guys
man. We're gonna do this next time to do.
Hey, shout out to Cash and Coffees once again. That Philadelphia cruise, helping us out over there. We got our first house over there. We're gonna give a dream to somebody that always wanted a house, and hopefully everything works out. Then we have another deal over there in Philadelphia we can talk about next week. So shout out to Cash and Coffees. Thanks, guys.
All right.
Thanks a lot.
All right. See you guys.
See you later, guys.
Bye.
Peace out.